How can I use the law of attraction to increase my self-esteem?
So my biggest advice, the biggest advice that I gave is to love yourself. But sometimes it can be a challenge to love yourself. If you have low self-esteem, if you have people in your environment that don't support you, it can be a little difficult to feel your own self-worth. You might know in your head intellectually, yes, loving myself will help, but that initial step in valuing yourself enough to love yourself, that might be a hurdle that's hard for people to get through. Now, the way you become anything is the same way anything becomes anything, through a process of evolution. It's a bunch of small steps that create an aggregate, a sum that creates who you are. So the reason you might have low self-esteem is, or the reason anyone has low self-esteem is because the beliefs they hold about themselves. And those beliefs didn't arise overnight. They came about as a process of evolution, bit by bit over time. Now, it might be wonderful for me to say, you can use the law of attraction to zap, fix your self-esteem. Zap, fix your relationship. Zap, get you your celebrity crush, whatever it is. But the truth is, at least the way I teach it, is that it's a gradual process of evolution. And so, if you want to improve your self-esteem, it's the same way you improve your self-esteem is the same way you get in shape. It's the same way you learn how to cook a meal. You practice it, and slowly over time, it becomes who you are. One of the first things with self-esteem, to raise your self-esteem, is to look at your life and at the things you value, even to a small degree. Because the truth is, if you're alive, if you remain alive, it's because you have some modicum of hope. You have some element of hope. You have something that you're holding on to that is making life worth living. You're not entirely hopeless, no matter how much in despair or sad or low self-esteem you might have. So you want to look at your life. You want to look at your environment, and you want to ask yourself, what is it that I value? Now, if you have low self-esteem, it might not be anything that you value inside. It might be another person that you value. You might value your mother's opinion about you. You might value your good friend's opinion about you, because though you might have low self-esteem, they have a higher esteem of you. They see you in a greater esteem. And so you want to look at your environment, and you want to realize. When I say realize, I mean you want to make real, make concrete. You want to bring into your consciousness those things that you value, even if they're to a small degree. And even if it's a grain of salt, a grain of sand, you want to focus on that as much as you can. Focus on that little bit until it becomes more a part of your experience. And then that little bit until it becomes more a part of your experience. And then after a very short amount of time, you're going to find that your self-esteem has been raised. And if you keep that up, you'll be like me. You'll be like those people who love themselves so much they could talk and talk and talk all the time.